Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to FANTAVISION, or welcome to FANTAVISION if you're new. I'm not going to assume that you've been here before. My name is Fanta, and today we are discussing good old Randy Pitchford again. Randy, Magic Man, Medieval Knights, Pitchford. He's in the news again today, and he's also rambling on Twitter like a madman. I think he's trying to be the next president. Anyway, I had to make the joke. Come on. He has done this presentation. He's shown off a lot of gameplay of Borderlands 3. Streamers have been able to play it. Everyone's all hyped about the game. That's great. Whatever. That's wonderful. But he said something on stage that is now kind of biting him in the ass. Now, I've heard conflicted reports everywhere, and I cannot find a live video of the Hollywood presentation that he gave. But according to many news outlets, he said on stage, and he got a huge applause for it, there would be no microtransactions. Now that's huge because every single game has microtransactions nowadays, which is stupid, by the way. Remember Horse Armor? Remember that was ridiculed? Remember when that was just, like, I can't believe a game company would do that, and now it's become regular? Anyway, I could do a whole video on microtransactions, and I probably will at some point. But the thing is even the Borderlands series has had microtransactions. That's why the Handsome Collection has $4 billion of extra content in it. It really doesn't. It just has a bunch of skins that they charged you for extra outside of the Handsome Collection that really shouldn't have been charged for in the first place. Just like the old video games, you could just earn them in-game. That's how it should have been. But no. So it was shocking to hear that there's going to be no microtransactions. Then people reported on it, and now we're hearing about how there are going to be microtransactions, just like Borderlands 2. Randy is saying that he said that on stage, though Game Informer is stuck saying, no, you were not clear. You weren't making it clear. You said no microtransactions. These are microtransactions. And if he's trying to say that this isn't a microtransaction, it's a small purchase. Look at this. It's $1. You get a skin. That's a microtransaction. It's a micro amount of money, and you're making a transaction to buy a skin. That's a microtransaction. I don't understand how you could be confusing this. Apparently, he was expecting uproarious applause and all the critics to love him for not having pay to win and loot boxes and all that other premium currency shit. He was expecting everyone to just, oh, thank you, Randy. Thank you just so much. Praise, Randy. Thank you, Randy, so much for not fucking us over. Thank you. I'm not gonna, no, fuck you. I'm not gonna thank you for not fucking us over. That line of logic is completely messed up. And that's where the game industry is nowadays. It's really sad, but that's where the game industry is. It's like if somebody stole your car and didn't slam it into a wall, and you're like, dude, you stole my car. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't break it though, at least, right? Or if, that's kind of a weird analogy, it's like if somebody punched you in the face and said, at least I didn't kick you in the balls. I feel like that's a better example, because in the stealing the car thing, you still don't get the car back. It doesn't really matter what they did with it. Just because you're not kicking us in the balls, Randy, we're not gonna say thank you. We're not gonna sing your praises of, oh, you're just so strong. You're so brave not to fuck us over. Thank you. It's not happening. It's not happening, buddy. Nobody should be doing that. I will continue to point at the companies that are doing it and give them the finger, but I'm not going to praise the companies, especially the ones that are expecting it, for not doing it. Especially when they've got microtransactions. You know what? How about this? I will praise your game. I will say, good job, Randy. You're a swell fellow. You're an amazing guy. You're really sticking it to the game industry. If you had nothing else, if it was literally just the game that you put out and that's it, then you know what? You're worthy of praise. It's sad that you're worthy of praise, but you know what? Then I'd give it to you. But if you're not really fully committing, if you're still having microtransactions, look at how many microtransactions there are. It's ridiculous. And even if you don't have the microtransactions, you're still going to have a season pass. You still have other means of monetization. So even if you got rid of, you have the season pass and microtransactions. Those are two things I still think are stupid. If you add enough content, a season pass can be worth it. Look at The Witcher 3, for example. Just an enormous amount of content. Look at Mario Kart, for example. A pretty damn good amount of content for not that bad of a price. I don't know how much the season pass is going to be for Borderlands yet, so I can't judge it yet on that. But the fact that you have microtransactions and a season pass, no, you're not getting praises from me. And if you're being unclear about it, it does feel like you're being misleading because you're not clarifying what you're saying. You're not clarifying what you mean by no microtransactions. And going on these weird Twitter rants all the time, you look so childish and pathetic. I mean, you're talking about how much shit. I'm just going through so much shit. I'm so hurt that you would report this because I'm going through so much shit, guys. I'm going through so much shit, and I'm fighting against these suits because they are pushing me to put loot boxes in and just this premium currency. I don't feel bad for you, buddy. Nobody should be having that in their game. I'm not going to praise you for not having the worst of the worst things in your game. It's ridiculous that this just keeps happening with this guy. And the funny thing is he's just so upset that he's getting called a liar when he's lied before. I mean, you don't have all the credibility here, buddy. You're not a stand-up guy that is fighting for all gamers around the world. You're not helping us really that much. You lied about Aliens Colonial Marines. You put out the Duke Nukem game. Those were piles of dog shit. And you showed fake trailers and fake gameplay for Aliens Colonial Marines. You don't have the best credibility already. So somebody calling you a liar is kind of par for the course at this point. You've made Borderlands. What else has Gearbox done? They did an okay port of Halo on the PC, I guess. You got that going for you. Good job, guys. Anyway, it's just ridiculous that, because he's trying to defend the word microtransaction. He was trying to, decipher the word loot box. It's like, dude, a microtransaction is so simple. It's so simple to define. It's a small amount of money for a little snippet of content. And not even content, really. Skins are just not content. I don't get it how it became acceptable for skins to be sold. You're piecemealing out this game. You're just making up more reasons to have all the money and not just a lot of money, which is again why you moved to the Epic Store, is because you want all the money, not just some of the money. And, I would expect for stories to come out about crunch time for this game, but I mean, what else has Gearbox been working on for the past how many years? Nothing. So I guess they've had all the time in the world, so that's good. At least they didn't have crunch time. That being said, with the amount of DLC that comes out for these games, depending on how much they charge for the season pass, because of the constant, ridiculous, immature behavior by Randy Pitchford, I'm probably just going to wait till the Game of the Year edition comes out, get all the DLC in that pack, and that'll be the best value. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, have a fantastic day.